Hi, welcome to the Point of View stories for Trip to Washington. I'm going to tell the same story from the Trip to Washington mini story lesson, but each time I tell the story, I'm going to change the time in which the story is being told, or I'm going to change the person who is actually telling the story. So let's start by telling the story as if it's happening right now, or in the present, as we like to say. Here goes. Tom Cruise's house has roaches. There are so many that it is out of hand. He is now fed up. So he decides to go to Hawaii for 1 month. His Aunt Susanna lives in Hawaii, and Hawaii is really low key. After he gets to Hawaii, he drives to his aunt's house. He's psyched to see her, and she's tickled pink to see him. On the first day, he goes to the beach. He decides to learn how to surf. At first, he cannot stand up on the surfboard, but soon he gets the hang of it. Tom Cruise goes to the beach every day. He doesn't think about the roaches at his house. He's able to completely let go. After 4 weeks pass by, he realizes that time flies when he is relaxing. Okay, so that's the end of the story being told as if it is happening right now. Next, let's hear the story as if it happened last year. Last year, Tom Cruise's house had roaches. There were so many that it was out of hand. He was now fed up. So he decided to go to Hawaii for 1 month. His Aunt Susanna lived in Hawaii, and Hawaii was really low key. After he got to Hawaii, he drove to his aunt's house. He was psyched to see her, and she was tickled pink to see him. On the first day, he went to the beach. He decided to learn how to surf. At first, he could not stand up on the surfboard, but soon he got the hang of it. Tom Cruise went to the beach every day. He did not think about the roaches at his house. He was able to completely let go. After 4 weeks passed by, he realized that time flies when he is relaxing. Okay, so that is the story as if it happened in the past, as if it already happened. Now let's hear the story as if it's happening in the future. So we will think of the story happening next year. Next year, Tom Cruise's house will have roaches. There will be so many that it is going to get out of hand. He's going to be fed up. So he's going to decide to go to Hawaii for 1 month. His Aunt Susanna will be living in Hawaii, and Hawaii will be really low key. After getting to Hawaii, he'll drive to his aunt's house. He'll be psyched to see her, and she'll be tickled pink to see him. On the first day, he'll go to the beach. He's going to decide to learn how to surf. At first, he won't be able to stand up on a surfboard, but soon he'll get the hang of it. Tom Cruise is going to go to the beach every day. He will not think about the roaches at his house. He's going to be able to completely let go. After 4 weeks pass by, he'll realize that time flies when he's relaxing. Okay, so that's the end of this version of the story, the version in which the story is in the future, where we talk about events that are going to happen or events that will happen. Notice that instead of saying something like, he's going to decide, we can shorten it to say, he's gonna decide. And this is something that you would more commonly see in spoken English. In a textbook, you'd probably be more likely to see something like, he's going to decide. Okay, so now let's hear the story from Tom Cruise's point of view. So in this version, Tom Cruise is actually telling us the story. Here goes. My house had roaches. There were so many that it was out of hand. I was fed up. So I decided to go to Hawaii for 1 month. My Aunt Susanna lived in Hawaii, and Hawaii was really low key. After I got to Hawaii, I drove to my aunt's house. I was psyched to see her, and she was tickled pink to see me. On the first day, I went to the beach. I decided to learn how to surf. At first, I could not stand up on the surfboard, but soon I got the hang of it. I went to the beach every day. I didn't think about the roaches at my house. I was able to completely let go. After 4 weeks passed by, I realized that time flies when I'm relaxing. All right, so that is the end of the point of view stories for the lesson Trip to Washington. Now, why don't you go back and listen to each version again? And after you listen to one version, then try to tell yourself the story. If you're having any difficulty, then just relax and try again. You can listen to these stories as many times as you need to. Just make sure that you feel comfortable telling yourself the story on your own. Okay, that's all for now. See you next time.
Hi, this is Kristen Dodds.
And this is Joe Weiss. And we just wanted to let you know that this material has been copyrighted in the year 2009 by Learn Real English, LLC. www.learnrealenglish.com